What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another vlog. It is Tuesday. It's the day after President's Day weekend. We just got back last night. We were gone for 3 days. We were in Florida with my brother and his fiance. It was so nice. The weather actually was not like typical Florida weather. It rained the whole time, but just getting out of the city sometimes and being able to relax and mentally disconnect feels so good. My brother and his fiance are actually getting married in Florida, so part of the weekend was for us to just chill and connect with each other, and we were staying with my brother's mentor and his wife who live there. But part of the weekend was also like talking about the wedding and planning their wedding. I was honestly hoping that the construction workers were going to be off today because it's super cold outside. I think it's like -5. Usually they get here around 8 a.m. and it's like almost 9, and I hadn't seen them, but I'm just seeing them pulling up now. So back to our regular scheduled programming. But I know I got some comments about the noise in my last video, but the way it's been the last few weeks is like either I vlog through the construction or you guys don't get videos. So you let me know which one you want. And yeah, you're just gonna have to put up with it the way that I put up with it as well, because otherwise we're just not gonna get anything done. Anyway, I feel really refreshed after this weekend, and I came to the realization of how important it is to take the time to get out of the city. Especially when you live in a place like New York, you just don't really get the opportunity to mentally disconnect. And Avery and I were talking about this too, like even though you have the weekend off, you still end up working, or you still end up doing, you know, things that don't really allow you to fully disconnect. And so we're gonna try and be more intentional about that this year. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Like we don't need to go on 4 vacations a year. It's like even if it's just for a night or 2 nights, just getting out of the city feels so good. And it's also really good for your mental health, and it makes you like excited to work again. It makes you excited to be productive. So yeah, anyway, speaking of being productive, I need to go get my laundry from the basement, and then I have a Pilates class booked for 10:30, so I'm gonna get ready for that, and then we'll see where the day takes us. The best part about coming home after a trip, especially when you can only pack like travel size skincare, is coming home and using all of your nice products. I was planning to wash my hair right after the workout and blowing it out, styling it so I could film some TikTok videos, because I've been trying to post on TikTok. I've like set a goal for myself to post every work day of the week, so every day Monday through Friday. I feel like I can probably get through the day with the way that it is if I just put some dry shampoo in there. Also, if any of you guys are still using those spray dry shampoo bottles and you're thinking of making the switch, I know I've spoken about these before, but these 2 products have changed my life. These are so much better for you, so much healthier, and they work just the same, if not better. Honestly, I feel like they work better because they leave so much less of a residue on your head. I think with those spray dry shampoos, it works great the first time, but if you want to go back and touch it up, the buildup is so insane. Whereas with these products, you take away the grease or the oiliness, but you don't add any like extra residue or extra like weight to your hair. So this is just a dry shampoo. I'll link both of these. You can get this at Whole Foods, you can order it on Amazon. And then this one is part dry shampoo and volume and style, so it's like a mix of 3 in 1. This one will add a little bit more texture, but it also does make your hair feel heavy. You do what you got to do. I just think with all this knowledge out there, we should be doing our best to switch to healthier alternatives. I'm doing that with all of my shampoos and body lotions too. I just threw out a body lotion that I bought. It was kind of a stupid thing. I just ordered it off Amazon because we ran out. And I bought one that they use on set, like with a regular client. And then I realized it's probably the worst thing that you can put on your skin. So I tossed it, and now I'm in the process of replacing like body lotions, body washes, even these shampoos. Like, this is not good for your body. This is not good for your hair. And so after I finish this, I'm gonna have to figure out a different alternative. Anyway, I try not to psych myself out about this because there's only so much you can do, but these little changes over time I think could make a difference. Okay, I'm back from Pilates and I totally forgot to update you guys on the rug. So this is our rug. It came just before we left and we just love it so much. It's so fun and it definitely adds something cool to the space. It even kind of goes with the painting. But the only thing that we're thinking of now is changing out the TV console. I honestly don't mind this layout. I think it's fine, but the problem is that this is the only piece of furniture that we have that is more of a cool toned wood. It doesn't really go with anything else. And now I feel like it kind of clashes a little bit in this corner. It would just be nice to have something that's a little bit more lighter toned in the corner. Maybe even something that's lower, because technically this isn't really even a TV console. It's just something that I bought for the front of my other apartment. But yeah, it works for now. We're not in really any sort of rush to replace it, but it's funny how when you take one thing out, you notice what else is not really working. And it's funny because we originally thought we were gonna have to replace the coffee table to go with this rug, but now that we have it, we realize that this coffee table goes actually perfectly with the print. So we'll probably end up keeping that, but we'll likely replace the TV console at some point in the next few months. And then I also made some small updates to the bookshelf. I got these little succulents. These aren't real or anything, but I feel like they just add a little something to the shelf. I also ordered a couple of titles that I didn't have in physical copy, like The Psychology of Money, Being Mortal, I want to read next. Yeah, I have one of those little succulents on each shelf, and then I also bought this cloud-shaped dish just for like lip balms and keys and stuff like that. We have this candle, which I haven't been using candles just because of the scent, but I got this one sent to me and it actually smells really good. It is From the Garden by Replica. I just love it so much. It really like livens up this corner. I still want to get some pillows, but I need to figure out what color scheme I want to do. So stay tuned for those. Okay, it wouldn't be a Daph vlog without a slight change in plans. I have to film a self-tape for the agency and it's due by the end of the day. So I just got ready. I'm going to film that now. It should be fairly quick. I don't think it requires me to do a crazy amount of stuff. And obviously we like to work. So we're going to do this. And then I unfortunately also have to do more tax related work today. So that's probably going to take up most of my afternoon, to be honest. But it is what it is. I feel happy to be off today so I can just take care of that stuff. And then the rest of the week when I'm working, hopefully they're not going to need anything more from me. Anyway, I just made myself a tea. I made the white tea that I showed you guys a couple vlogs ago. I love, 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 love this one. This is a white tea, so it does have caffeine, but it's a lot less than what a coffee would be. And I'm kind of just not feeling a coffee right now. So tea it is. I did make the mistake of putting the bag in too soon. Oops. I dropped it in. When you have this tea in particular, you actually have to let the water cool down a little bit before you put the tea bag in. And so some of the leaves are coming out, but I'm sure it'll still taste just as good. Guys, it's a couple days later. It's Thursday now. I'm just doing a little bit of makeup for the day because I want to film a couple TikToks and then I'm gonna get into the day. We decided we want to actually go visit our friends in the Hamptons this weekend, so I am gonna focus on getting as much done today as I can just because I'm not gonna have the weekend to be able to finish off anything. I was supposed to go to a workout this morning, and then yesterday after work I was feeling so tired and I was actually feeling really sore. We did a CrossFit workout on the weekend, and I don't really do CrossFit style workouts anymore, so I was really sore, especially like in my upper body and like under my arms. So anyway, I decided to cancel it because I booked an SLT tread class and I feel like I have to be in like my best state to do well. But then I woke up this morning and I was kind of regretting that I canceled it, and then by that point it was already waitlisted, so there was no way I was gonna get in. But I ended up putting myself on the wait list for a class tonight at 6:30, so we'll see. If it goes through, then I'm gonna take it, but if it doesn't, then I'm just gonna stretch or go for a walk. And then maybe I can go at some point tomorrow. It's always such a perk when they do your hair really nicely on set, and then you don't have to wash it. You don't have to do anything except brush it out the next day. Especially when they don't put a lot of product in and you can just shape it and like refresh it yourself the next day. It's the best. I just finished my call. I ended up having to go into the bathroom because the drilling was so insane, but it went really well. And yeah, I also just finished filming a TikTok. I feel like TikTok is so much harder for me than YouTube, but I'm sticking to it. I even just had a peer coaching call with someone in my program, and we always talk about the things that we're working on and how to, you know, make those things more effective. And I was talking to her about my TikTok strategy, and how I really need to figure out how I'm gonna do this every day, because I want to post every week. Oh shit, my battery's dying, hang on. I just said I want to post every week, but I meant I want to post every day. Or at least I want to post Monday through Friday. I'll see if that is sustainable. I think the content is definitely easier to create because it's so much quicker, but with the kind of content that I want to make, I feel like I have to plan ahead, and you kind of want to switch it up, you know, here and there, not posting the same type of videos after each other. But it's fine, I'll figure it out. It's also kind of fun, honestly. I have kind of been interested in TikTok in the last year or so since I started posting, and I think it's just like a cool challenge, and obviously if it helps me reach people, then you know, that's ultimately what my goal is. I'm trying to think about what I want to do right now because the construction guys are on lunch. But I also have a call at 1, and I kind of need to do a little grocery shopping for the next like day or two, just for tonight and tomorrow. So I'm like, do I take advantage of this quiet time, or do I go get groceries now and then just try and film something later today? I just remembered that I still have chicken from last night. I ordered some Westville for dinner, and I got an extra chicken breast. So I'm gonna make that and probably like a side salad with it, and then I'll go get groceries later. This is definitely the strangest salad combination I've ever made, but it's fine. At least it's gonna taste good. I just got back from Trader Joe's, which always feels really good, and I also stopped by Birch, which is like our local coffee shop. I got myself a little coffee because we ran out. I feel like I'm out of breath. This is the one that we currently love. It's probably our favorite one. They have so many other good ones too, but the reason why we love getting our beans from Birch is because they're always recently roasted. Like, they roasted these on the 2nd of February, and a lot of the times if you buy them from the store, they can be roasted like months before. So yeah, this is kind of what we're doing at the moment. And then I just got a couple of things to hold us over for the next few days. We go through a lot of cucumbers and tomatoes. I still have some salad from earlier, some smoked salmon, and then some ingredients to make sandwiches for Avery. He also loves these crackers. And some eggs. Just got off FaceTime with one of my longtime friends. We have known each other for like 9 years or something. She's one of the first people that I grew close with in New York, and she now lives on the other side of the country. She is in her last year of school, and it's crazy, like after all this time we're still just as close. We don't talk as often, but every couple months we'll have like an hour-long FaceTime call and just catch up on everything, and it's so cool to be able to connect with people for that long, and still support each other through everything. Okay, I'm gonna set you guys up if I'm gonna talk for a few minutes. It just made me think about friendship and how little I feel like we talk about this, especially as we grow up, like into adults, obviously. When I was a kid, it was really hard for me to make friends, and I think a lot of that had to do with like how much we moved and entering the school year at weird periods where everyone already had their friend group, where they'd known these people since they were children, you know what I mean, like in kindergarten. And then in high school, I think I started like building more confidence and started having more friends. And so by the time I moved to New York, it was actually really easy for me to meet people and make friends. and maintain friendships. And a lot of the girls that you guys have met over the years, I'm still friends with to this day. But there have always been people that have kind of like come in and out of my life in between. And sometimes these friendships just wouldn't work out for whatever reason. And it wasn't until recently that I realized why. And it's because I never really understood the type of friend that I am and the type of friend that I need in my life. We talk a lot about relationships, and we talk a lot about the things we need out of a relationship, the things we want out of a partner, but never what we need and want out of friends and what we can offer people as a friend as well. And I hope people don't take this the wrong way, but I've realized that I'm the type of person that just needs low maintenance but high value friendships. And a lot of my friendships end up being those types of relationships, you know, especially the ones that are long distance. I think when you have friends who are in the same city as you, you'll text multiple times a week and maybe even make plans every week or every few weeks. But then a lot of them will also be the types of friendships where you talk to each other like once a month or once every other month, and then you'll be on FaceTime for an hour and you'll catch up on everything, you know? I don't know how to explain it in a way that doesn't make me sound avoidant in some type of way, but obviously these relationships are super deep and super valuable, and I feel like with all my friends at this point, we really know each other very well and very deeply. It's just we don't have this need to like talk every day or talk every week even. It's just, it's so much more valuable to have that quality over quantity. And so like in the past, when someone would come into my life who needed a lot more from me as a friend, I always felt guilty that I somehow couldn't offer that to them, or I somehow like couldn't meet those expectations. And then, you know, naturally the friendship just wouldn't work out because I either felt like I was putting on a show to be able to make them happy or to fulfill their needs, or I would just meet them where I could and it wouldn't be enough. And so for years, like I would feel bad about this, and I would even like say to the people around me, like, am I not doing enough, or is there something that I'm missing, you know? And I just came to the realization that people have different needs within friendships, and there's no right or wrong. It's just figuring out like who you are as a friend, what types of friendships you need, what level of depth you need them at, because that's something that I do need from friends. Is like I want to talk about everything, you know? And like if I have you in my inner circle, like I will likely trust you with pretty much everything. We just might not text every day, you know? And so I thought that was interesting. I've been thinking about that a lot the last few months, and I think it's just such a refreshing feeling, like being able to accept yourself for who you are, even though it's not always gonna be good for everyone, you know what I mean? Just being at peace with like, okay, this is who I am and this is the type of people that I want to be around, and I'm gonna let go of the people who I can't serve in the way that they need, and hope that they find their people as well, you know what I mean? Yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. I am gonna end this video right here because I want to upload it for the weekend before we leave, but I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Let me know what you think. Please subscribe if you guys are new. I would love to welcome you to the family, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah.